Hey guys, welcome back to Rackoflam. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I usually make chayote, a vegetable in the gourd family.
So after I filmed this segment, I found out that chayote is technically a fruit, just cooked and eaten like a veggie. Just want to make sure I don't misinform you guys.
I'm actually quite surprised that I don't see this ingredient used in recipes often because they're so delicious and very commonly found in Asian supermarkets. My parents made it for us growing up, and they typically stir fry them with pork strips or with shrimp. And given how much my daughter loves shrimp, I've decided to go with the latter. And I'm going to keep it light, simple, and healthy, yet pleasing to my family's palates. So if you're interested in how it's done, please keep watching. Now let's get started.
For this recipe, you will need about 600 grams of shrimp, which is somewhere between 20 to 24 pieces with the head on, for which I will remove for ease of eating. Likewise, I'm going to peel and devein them so nothing stands in the way of my daughter while she eats her shrimp. There is nothing I hate more than this process, but you gotta do what you gotta do. After peeling and deveining about 22 pieces, I gave them a nice bath and drained thoroughly. I'm going to season the shrimp with a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. I'm just going to get down and dirty and use my hands, but feel free to use utensils. When the shrimp is thoroughly coated with the seasoning, set it aside while you prepare the other ingredients, which includes half a thumb of ginger, 3 cloves of garlic, and 2 chayote. We're going to cut the ginger into matchsticks. Finely mince the garlic. And as for one of the main stars of this dish, we are going to peel, then cut. If you haven't cooked with chayote before, I need to inform you about how slippery the squash can get after it's been peeled, so hold on tight as they can easily slip out of your palms. After peeling, vertically cut the chayote in half, then remove the inner seed. I did notice some spotting on mine, so cut a larger chunk off. No, I'm not trying to be wasteful. Subsequently, we're going to cut the chayote into slices. From this view, they can resemble slices of Granny Smith apples. To sum up the ingredients needed, in addition to the 2 chayote, we'll need the 22 pieces of shrimp or more if you're using smaller ones, 2 tablespoons of Shaoxing wine, half a cup of chicken broth, couple of dashes of white pepper powder, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of chicken powder, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, minced garlic, sliced ginger, and cornstarch slurry. To begin, let's heat 1 tablespoon of neutral oil in a pan over medium-high heat. Now add the shrimp and cook them for 1 to 2 minutes until they're 80% cooked, then set them aside. Shrimp is one of those proteins that you can easily overcook, so keep a watchful eye on them. If you want to avoid shrimp, feel free to substitute with pork strips like my parents did, or try chicken. I'm just going to set them aside on a separate pan that was already sitting on my stovetop. In the same pan, we're going to heat another tablespoon of neutral oil, then we're going to add the garlic and ginger, then stir until aromatic. Now we're going to add the sliced chayote and stir fry for about 2 minutes. I personally find it easier just flipping them by shaking the pan, or as the Chinese would say, pow wok, except I'm not using a wok here. After that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of Shaoxing wine around the rim of the pan. Followed by half a cup of chicken broth, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, and half a teaspoon of chicken powder or more if you'd like. And I'm just going to stir the sauce mixture quickly directly on the pan because my family gotta eat. Finally, I'm going to add a few dashes of white pepper powder and a teaspoon of sesame oil, then stir and allow the chayote to cook for another 2 minutes or so, more or less depending on how done you like the squash cooked. Here I am taste testing a piece because I like my chayote cooked with a slight crunch and not overly done. Immediately after, we're going to give our cornstarch slurry a quick stir to dissolve the settled starch, then we're going to turn the heat to low, Add the cornstarch slurry into the sauce and stir until it thickens. If you find the sauce to be too thick, add some more water or chicken stock 1 tablespoon at a time. When the chayote is cooked and the thickness of the sauce are to your liking, add the shrimp back to the pan, give it a few stirs until all the ingredients are incorporated, then dish up and serve right away. If you haven't cooked with this fruit, I hope this video will make you reconsider. In addition to tasting really yummy, chayote provides many nutritional benefits. According to WebMD, one chayote provides 40% of the recommended daily intake for folate or vitamin B9. They're also loaded with vitamin C and folic acid and helps lower cholesterol, improve liver, and heart health. I'm so glad my parents introduced this ingredient to me, and now I bring it to you. If you tried out my recipe, share your feedback in the comment section below or on rackoflam.com, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.